Hi guys, I'm Jacqueline Wilson. I'm your legislative liaison for Student Government Association, and today we're going to be talking about the legislative issues that will be affecting you guys, the students, for this year. And we will be talking about this at our Francisca conference, which is Florida Junior Community College Student Government Associations. Okay, our first issue is Sustainability Initiative. And what we know is that this initiative will be asking state legislators to authorize the Florida college system to put in place a sustainability green fee to the cost of tuition. If passed, this initiative will give the colleges funding to improve their facilities to achieve a lower impact on the environment. Schools are not charging their students for such issues. Okay. What we can expect, this issue would only allow colleges not mandate the fee would be at the best interest of the college and the students. This issue would target both education and environment. Pros. If we were to put this into law, it would give the students and college system a chance to better the community as well as the environment. 2, due to budget cuts, colleges are facing hardship trying to provide more of their students. This fee would allow them to continue providing eco-friendly resources such as more access to computer technology in classrooms, more recycling bins, even lighting to the students. 3, if it were to be put into law, this would give authorization to the college to add the fee to the cost of tuition. This would not be mandated. If it were to be put into law, this will only give authorization, Cons. This initiative would be an extra cost to the students. The sustainability fee would accompany the capital improvement, financial aid, technology, parking, etc., and it would have to be implemented by the college. And we already have recycling bins at Pensacola State College all around the campus. So we pretty much, we did something for this already. The second issue is Bright Futures. Okay, what we know. Okay, currently Bright Futures works only in the fall and spring semesters. And what they're trying to do is they want the students, if you have Bright Futures, that you can graduate early and you can go, that you're eligible to go in the summer term. Okay, what we can expect. In the recent years, Bright Futures have made several cuts and raised the standards to the eligibility, to receive the award. The Bright Futures program were expected to the summer semesters. Those in the program will have benefits for the summer tuition. The pros of this is if the measure were to pass, students would have the opportunity to graduate at an earlier date since they would be eligible to take summer courses. And with students graduating earlier, it would, reinforce the community. And 3, some classes are available only during the summertime, so this would help out. Some students, and this would also have more space for students because a lot of the colleges are really packed out and you have to come like in the fall semester, so you will be able to graduate early. And the con is the state legislators do their best to balance the state budget. The Bright Futures is a very large proportion of the education sector that only has been offered during the fall and spring to extend the program to a larger body. Initially, this will cost the state more money. Extending the program to cover summer tuition may force the state to increase the eligibility requirements. This may cause a restructure of the entire scholarship program. State legislators may put restrictions on summer eligibility if this measure were to pass. Meaning like you might have to have a higher GPA, or you might have your testing scores might be high, or you only can make certain grades. Okay, the third one is state budget. Okay, the state budget is beginning for, they're making more cuts on the state budget every year. It's becoming smaller, and so the Florida college system we only received 7.48% of the 21.2 billion allotted to the education, and we were supposed to receive more, but we didn't. And what can we expect? We want to ask our representatives to do their best to ensure that our funding is not cut and any further and put to proper use. And the pros, if passed, the budgets would either stay at the current level or increase. There would not be negative effects to the college facility or the quality of our education. Colleges will continue to grow and fill the community's needs. 2, the open door policy in colleges around the state would not be threatened. 3, if the budget were to either remain the same or increase, the increasing amount of enrollment would be affected as much as it would be if it were to be cut. In other words, no matter which way the budget fluctuates, enrollment will still be affected. This would mean that the colleges would still be able to provide students with the skills and experience to complete in the economic crisis and to be a part of the work. 4, a countless number of prospective students face the probability of being turned away because of the community state colleges are becoming financially incapable of serving a consistently increasing student body. And 5, colleges accepting more students are having trouble serving them because, for example, some colleges are facing full registration within the first couple of days, and it causes some students to take longer in reaching their graduation date. Instead of 2 years, it takes us 3 to 4 years. Okay, and our next issue is a local option referendum. And what we know is that the local option referendum is an opportunity for municipality, which is a town or a city, to decide whether to put a half-sale tax to help affect local colleges. And this will only affect not our county, it will only be in Dade County in Miami. And the pros is it would allow citizens of the community to vote whether or not to put a half-sale cent tax should be put on in place, leaving the issue of higher taxes upon the voters. If the community voted for the tax, it would help fund the youth of either areas of the higher education, keeping them off the streets and out of trouble. It would allow students to receive more money for their services, even if the state budget for education is not increased, and this issue would not affect any other county other than Dade County, like I said. And they tried to do this before, but it didn't work out before. And the cons, number 5, the local option referendum will not affect any other college in the state of Florida. However, issues that sometimes affect one college can be used as a model when it begins to affect other colleges. Cons. 1, during a very depressed economic time, it may be difficult for many to accept higher taxes on an already strained budget. And 2, students attending a certain college other than Miami-Dade College who live in Miami-Dade County would be affected by the community vote in this referendum passes. And no legislative option may be proposed to be postponed for this year, but we'll see when we go to Raleigh and Taylor. And our next issue is Bachelor of Arts. And what we know is FS 1007.34, which is just a Florida statute talking about like going here and like what classes you can take, and it's just like a division, like the schools. Currently states that schools that are a member of the college system can only offer work for related bachelor degrees. This means that colleges can only offer bachelor's of science or bachelor's of art. What we can expect, excuse me, even with budget cuts, colleges in the Florida college system are still the most inexpensive way to achieve a higher education. This would mean that the enrollment in universities would face a decrease if this issue were to pass. Pros. More students will be enrolling in 4-year degrees near their home, which is like here, UWF. 2, universities are also receiving budget cuts, which have caused more universities to call certain programs students have had a change in majors or return back to their college system. This causes a delay in the student's career development of the student. Cons. Although the purpose of the college is to serve the community, students are encouraged to apply to universities away from home to be exposed to different learning environments. And two, the teaching method of universities can be difficult in certain classes, and students will not be exposed to various teaching techniques. And our fourth legislative issue is continued support for undocumented students. What we know is undocumented students are foreign nationals who, number one, either they enter the United States with authorization, or two, enter illegally but remain in the United States without authorization. The United States Central Bureau System estimates that in the year 2000, approximately 2.5 million undocumented youth under the age of 18 were living in the United States. So, what we can expect. This attempt is not to establish tuition. It is an attempt to continue to give undocumented students the privilege of attending our state's great tuition, obtained at a higher education, even if they must pay out-of-state tuition. What Pajiska would like to do in the meantime is assure that those students that are undocumented may continue with their goal at higher education. And the pros, if passed, it will maintain the ability of undocumented immigrants to achieve a higher level of education. This will give undocumented students the ability to become well-respected assets in American society. And as this bill is written, it will not be granted in a state tuition, like I previously stated, and the undocumented students will still have to pay out-of-state tuition. Therefore, it will not be interrupted in struggling budget, and the state will not have to pay the percentage that is paid for in the state tuition. So just meaning that we'll just have to pay out-of-state tuition. And the cons is, with attendance in the Florida college system raising each year, it will put a further strain into the college system. And number two is, it could bring the use of state and federal law into question. And if this Florida government, if we pursue the immigration reform, then this bill is just thrown out the question. So, and these are the legislative laws for 2010-2011.
Hold on one second. Hold on. My name is Maria Piavaletti. I'm the president of SGA. If you guys have any questions, please call 484-1501 and let us know what you think about it. Thank you.